First things first, let's get this straight. Lionel Messi cannot be replaced. But should the unthinkable happen and the Argentinian star leaves the Nou Camp, who will be there to replace him in the Barcelona squad? That's what I'm going to be looking at today, with 5 potential replacements for Lionel Messi at Barcelona. First up, and there's the obvious one that everyone's been speaking about pretty much ever since he left the Nou Camp in the first place in 2017, and it's Neymar. His contract currently runs until 2022, and it looks as though PSG aren't willing to let him go just yet, certainly not on the cheap. The impacts of COVID-19 during this year have meant that maybe, just maybe, transfer fees will be lowered a little bit, but not so much that Barcelona will be getting away with a cheap deal. So what are Barca going to do instead? Well, they'll probably try and tempt him back and tempt PSG into selling with the offer of a few players instead. After the season's abysmal showing in the Champions League, apparently pretty much the whole squad is up for sale. So they could ship Ousmane Dembele or Antoine Griezmann or Ivan Rakitic over to Paris and take Neymar in return. The thing is, he's probably the one who could compete with Messi in terms of being on his level for quality. Obviously, he doesn't do it quite as consistently as Messi does, especially with his injuries, but if you're going to take Messi's goals and assists out of the Barcelona team, the guy who's going to come closest to replacing them is Neymar. We saw how well he did with the squad, especially up front with Messi and Suarez all those years ago. And even if Messi's not there and there are still other talented players around him, Neymar is going to be the star of the team. He's going to be the guy that makes things happen. He's going to be the one that everyone looks to put in stellar performances week in, week out. And I think he's definitely got the technical ability to do so. Whether or not he returns to the Nou Camp, obviously, we're going to have to wait and see. But next up, and actually talking about someone who's got the ability that Messi has in Neymar, to someone who probably plays most similarly to Messi on this list, and that is Paulo Dybala. The thing he doesn't have going for him is that he can be highly inconsistent in front of goal. Now, you could point to the fact that at Juventus, he's always got a striker ahead of him who grabs more goals, whether it's Higuain, whether it's Cristiano Ronaldo, or even Mario Mandzukic. But the thing is, Dybala isn't exactly, let's say, consistent when it comes to his goal scoring throughout his career. Sometimes, yes, he can be brilliant. This season he won Serie A Player of the Year. He didn't grab a huge amount of goals, but still had a fantastic campaign. But then you'll also get the times where he scored like 5 goals in 30 games a couple of seasons ago. So he's not exactly the one who's going to replace Messi. But if not replacing Messi in terms of goals and all the assists, he will replace him in terms of the style of football that he can play. A diminutive, small, agile, brilliant dribbler, a left-footed Argentinian. You probably could be thinking that I'm describing Messi as well as Paulo Dybala. This is the thing. When you get rid of Messi, of course, you're going to need a fantastic team if Barcelona are going to get back to the heights of the days when they were winning Champions League titles. But Paulo Dybala definitely, like Neymar, could be a massive part of that. He could be a massive key in the team, or one that really helps them get back to their Barcelona identity and how they love to play and entertain the fans. Third on this list, though, and probably someone who's a little bit more into the future, but still a rising star for Barcelona, and it's Ansu Fati. It would just be sort of theatre-esque if an academy product like Messi was to be replaced by another academy product in Ansu Fati. Since bursting into the team as a 16-year-old, it's no wonder that people have been hyping him up for a massive future, because he's clearly got all of the talent. It's just way too early for him. Like, it is way too early to say to a 17-year-old kid, by the way, you have pretty much got to fill the boots of one of, if not the greatest footballer, not only of Barcelona's history, but of all time. It's for that reason I think he's probably the least likely on this list. Having said that, like I mentioned before, if he grows within the team, he'll grow with his importance, definitely with his ability, and he will become a key man at Barcelona in a few years to come. I just think, much like with MSN, for example, it'll be that he's part of a fantastic attacking trio, a fantastic team, alongside other great players as well. I still think he could be the star man, just not quite necessarily the direct Messi replacement. And like we said before, there really is no replacing Messi, certainly not directly, although someone who's making a damn good go of it in the last few years is Jadon Sancho. Now, before you throw the Manchester United rumours at me, and yes, who knows, with anything in these transfer market these days, Jadon Sancho could well be a Manchester United player by the time this video comes out. Looks highly unlikely with events in the last few weeks, but you never know. If he doesn't head to Old Trafford, Barcelona may well take Sancho instead. Now, the reason I say this is, first off, La Liga have been crying out for a decent Englishman since David Beckham left Real Madrid in 2006. But apart from that, Jadon Sancho, for me personally, would bring an incredible amount of balance to this Barcelona team. There's always been the conversation that Lionel Messi, as good as he is, and the fact that he'd make any team in the world better, Does he sometimes hold back other players or really restrict the balance of play at Barca? The thing is, whichever position he is, he's going to be carried by the team defensively. Yeah, he's got quite good work rate, but definitely he drifts around the side and isn't so strict when it comes to defending. If Messi starts as the right-hand player on the front three, you're not going to find him on that right-hand side all the time, especially when it comes to defending. If you find him up front, he may not always be right at the top pushing defenders and getting all of the goals. He may drop deeper. So the thing with bringing Sancho in is he's a right winger. You know what he's going to get. He's going to be on the right-hand side when you attack. He's going to be on the right-hand side when you defend. He's going to get to the byline and get in the box. That is what a right winger does. You put him on the right, you allow someone like Ousmane Dembele or Ansu Fati to be on the left, and you get a striker in the middle. That is a balanced front three without having to, have Messi kind of drift away from a position, which pulls the centre midfielder out to cover for him and all this kind of stuff that Barcelona have been doing recently. Of course, it works when you're Barcelona and you've got the ball most of the time, but when they don't, it looks as though the team looks a little bit lopsided. And finally, lastly but not least, I'm kind of going along the Jadon Sancho lines with this one, although he isn't really a right winger, more of a left winger, and that is Raheem Sterling. I've no doubt that Sterling will be good at Barcelona. He's got everything that you need to be a top footballer because, well, he's already showing it at Manchester City. So at Barcelona, he'd definitely be great. I just worry that he might have to take on a bit more responsibility than he's currently got. I'm not so sure Sterling is a central attacking player like Messi is. He's definitely more of a left winger than a right winger, and that would mean that Barca would have to invest in a right winger as well. The thing is with Sterling though, when it comes to attacking, he's unbelievable. He's definitely got all the speed, all the dribbling, and chips in with so many goals and assists that would try and at least help fill the void left by Lionel Messi. Look at Raheem Sterling's goal scoring record. I think he's hit 20 in all competitions over the last 3 or 4 seasons. He's hitting good numbers, he's doing it consistently, but obviously, like I said at the top of the video, it's a very difficult job to replace one of the greatest of all time. Coming to think of it, actually, maybe on the right-hand side they could have had Bernardo Silva, another Manchester City replacement. Anyway, what do you guys think? Let me know if you think Bernardo Silva, anyone on this list, or anybody else would be the perfect replacement for Messi. As we've discussed, not the direct replacement, but someone that Barcelona could do with once and if the Argentinian leaves the club. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Smash the like button and click here or here to check out all of the other videos we've got going on OneFootball. But until next time, I'll see you guys later.